So I'm here with Triston, Mr. Multi-Loads himself, who managed to top not only South African nationals, but with a deck that is only playing 3 hand traps. Triston, do you want to tell us how you did it? And show us how we can do this ourselves.
Sure. It was a great tourney. It was 7 rounds of Swiss and then top cuts. I went undefeated until the last round of Swiss, and then I lost in top cuts. The deck performed really well, and I don't think maybe there's one change I'd make, but we'll get into that later. Let's get on the profile.
Sure.
So first we got the starters. You play three horse, play 3 witch. These are 1 card starters. They're in the main starters. If you normal summon witch, you get horse, and then you play through. 2 dark blade. It's like an extra copy of witch. Extra 2 copies of witch. It's also like MST. If you normal a special summon it, which it comes up. If there's Kashtira, you play Kashtira birth. You can bone party this out. You can discard when you get rid of the birth, and then you're free to play through with the memento. And
basically, it's just super versatile.
It's super versatile, yeah. 2 goblin. I played the grand breakout. Spoiler. You need to play this. It's also a 1 card starter. There's like, I think there's like 10 to like 12 1 card starters in this deck, and each card there's no like hard brick. They're all soft bricks. My theory when I was playtesting is, I just want to play the game. This deck can play like, its end board is unbeatable. So as long as I can play the game, I can make the end board, and then I just don't lose.
True.
And I just wanted a critical mass of names. So I also played 2 sleepy. Controversial, maybe. But if you normal summon it, you have a bunch of nonsense in hand, like the twin dragon, the Akihiran. You can make a combined king, and then you just have full combo. It's also a free extender, which comes up a lot. This bro, he's my favorite card. He loves me. He's always in my hand.
You spoke about not having any hard breaks, but what would you say about Gaddick?
He's fine. If you know how to play the deck, it's fine. I think at one point, I had him in hand.
Yeah.
So I fused it. I fused him away with the Sleepy, and then I Memento fused him into the deck with the Combined King, and then I activated the Combined King to shuffle to send him to the graveyard again. So I procced his effect anyway. So you can get around the stuff like that.
I guess that's also the merit of playing a lot of engine. Like when we started the video off, you're only playing 3 hand traps. So I guess when you're playing a deck, you can just push through anything. You don't care about bricks. It's just...
Yeah. It also makes the Sleepy better. So if you open Gaddick Sleepy,
the
Sleepy and the Gaddick make the Twin Dragon, which is full combo. And then because the Gaddick was sent to graveyard with the Sleepy, you add the Sleepy back, and it's an extender for later. Because you will have popped a card with the Twin Dragon.
That's true. That's exactly why you're playing the Horn Dragon into the deck. Because I see a lot of people have cut that from the list now.
It's a great card. It's a free extender. This is the freest extender in the deck.
Yeah.
Usually if I go a Twin Dragon, I search this and another missing piece. Because you just want to summon this off, and you just want to link it away, basically.
Yeah.
But it's also a fantastic interruption. If they go Ryziel combo, and you pop this with Bone Party, you pop any 2 level 4s. So let's say they go Ice Summon Sword. They'll have 2 Ryziels on the field. Then you just pop this. You pop the 2 Ryziels. It cuts them off from dual drive. So they have to normal summon Ice.
Yeah.
That's only 1 interaction that you've used. So it's really, really strong. It's for removal against Malice, against Ryziel. It's crazy, this format. And him being a free extender is actually so good. I don't know how people don't play this card.
Yeah.
1 Mace. This is also kind of a 1 card starter. This card is broken. It's Snatch Steal during your opponent's turn if you have the big guy, the big man himself, and it comes up so often you want to have this in hand. If they special summon Fenrir or Unicorn while you have this on the field, you just take it. It doesn't negate the effect, so you have another interruption. This card is busted.
Did you ever take someone's Murakumo?
I never took someone's Murakumo, but I played the mirror match, and I took my opponent's horse, and then I popped it with the creation because it's a memento.
That's crazy.
So that's the Memento monsters. I think that's 17 main deck Memento monsters.
Yeah.
Like I said, you just want names. because there's no hard brick.
Yeah, and I don't think it's actually too much bigger. I think most other decks are maybe playing 15.
Yeah.
They just cut the second Sleepy and
It's
the Horn Dragon.
usually going second. I usually side out the Dark Blade
Yeah?
if it's not a back row matchup, because you don't want too many normal summons. So the Dark Blade can come out, and maybe a Sleepy if you want. But like I said, I like him as an extender.
Yeah.
Then probably the best card in the deck is Memento Bone Party. This card is insane. It lets you play around Droll. It lets you play around Fualos. It's adaptable to any situation, and it gets you anything you want. Like I said earlier, you pop to summon from deck. You summon the blade.
Yeah.
Remove a back row. It's so much utility in this card. Against someone, I opened this and Sleepy. So in the draw phase, I Bone Party to destroy the Sleepy to summon Witch, and then the Sleepy has an effect to Foolish Burial when it's destroyed. So you send the Gatic, this searches, this summons, this adds back. You summon this back in the draw phase, you fuse it away, you make twin, you search another 2, and that's in the draw phase. So against my opponent, I started off with 3 searches in the draw phase and 2 monsters on field.
Just play around draw like that.
Just playing around draw before I even entered my main phase 1.
Yeah.
It's pretty nuts.
Bone Party best card.
Bone Party is the best. It's everyone like it. I'd attribute it to like branded opening. That's the closest relation I'd put to this card. But even branded opening is not as good as this card.
I mean, definitely.
Dodges like Imperm, Veiler, and then also don't forget about this hidden effect. Don't show and explain the hidden effect.
Yes. So Bone Party does have a hidden effect, and so does the Combined Creation. So Combined Creation, non-targeting if your opponent activates an effect. Like Fenrir, it on a new chain, it reborns any memento from grave, non-targeting. But it also has an effect where if it's the only monster on field, it can attack every monster your opponent controls, and it's 5,000 beta. Bone Party has a special grave effect where you can banish it from the graveyard to target a monster you control and give it piercing. So this into any 2 defense mode Malice monsters is game.
This deck has so many win cons, man.
It does. It's actually so great. My opponent, like, sometimes you'd play through the disruption, your opponent would have a full board, and they think they're not dying, so they'll have like one interaction that beats you on field or in grave. So you go, okay, make SP, banish the interaction that's warring you. And then they're like, okay, fine. Then you summon this, you banish the Bone Party, and then you attack. Usually they have an attack position monster because people don't know how to play against this deck.
Yeah.
So you crash the SP into their attack position monster, and then this just games them because they can't attack anything because it's the only thing on field.
That's actually crazy because I think most people just know about the Akira and attack directly, but it's actually so wild that you can actually just bait with the Creation King and then go for OTK with SP and Combined Creation.
Yeah, it's a very difficult deck to interact with, and it's a very difficult deck to play against because you need like hand knowledge to perfectly play against it.
I mean, it's also a very difficult deck to pilot, so shots out to you.
Oh, thank you. I'll try my best. Then 3 Memento Fusion.
Yeah?
I know people cut this down to 2. I did try that, but we're playing like a critical mass. So this is a starter in most hands. It dodges Imperm, it dodges Bestials, it dodges so much. This card is so good. Everyone forgets about its graveyard effect. It always procs Akihiro, and this card is crazy.
I think some of the people who don't forget about the graveyard effect make the mistake of siding a Lancia just for it, and that does absolutely nothing to the deck.
Yeah. So you can really play around it, but it's like when you need it, it comes up and it can win you the game. It's really good.
Do you side out the third when going second?
Usually I do, yes. Then 2 Grand Breakouts. You just want to play the game. They Imperm your Witch, you're like, cool, Grand Breakout, summon Goblin, go full combo. Like, this deck eats Handtraps. You can play through 4 Handtraps with this deck.
Yeah, no
easily.
problem.
If they fool you, if they prove you, if they meows you, you give them maybe max 2 draws or whatever. Handtraps aren't a problem. It's Board Breakers that beats this, and luckily, not many people are playing Board Breakers.
I guess you just maybe the Mirror that's playing Board Breakers, and then sometimes you have the Triston players who are playing 3 Super Poly and 3 Droplet. But I think you play around the Super Poly pretty well.
Yeah. But it's kind of rough when you have the King and the Combined. But it's who's playing Triston anyway? The last one is the field spell.
Yeah.
This card is very necessary for extending. The battle protection kind of is nice, but you really just want it for extension.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget about the battle protection. Like, I played this deck for a while, and I think I played against you at one point, and you just went into battle phase with the combined creation, and I tried to pop it or cluster, and you were just like, read the field spell.
Yeah. It's also nice if you open this and horse.
Yeah.
It's like super full combo because this rebonds anything you send off the horse. That's it for the dodge spells. The memento, I call them all memento spells in the goblins.
Yeah, I don't think the Goblin Biker community will be too happy about that, but I guess who cares?
They have big Kabonga. They can't be too bad. And then the Fiendsmith engine.
This is very small as far as Fiendsmith engines go. You want to explain the logic behind it?
So with Lacrima and Lurry, they're basically bricks, right?
Yeah.
They're normal summons, but you don't want to normal summon them because you have much better normal summons in the deck. So you really don't want to see these two cards, but you have to play them for engine requirements.
I guess that's what you're saying about soft bricks, because they still do something, but you don't want to see them.
You don't want to see that. You can finagle your way into hands, but ideally you don't want to see them in your hands. Tracked obviously is a free extender. It gets you into anything you want. It gets you into full Fiendsmith combo.
Yeah.
Desiree, all of that. It's cool. And double engraver. I don't want to play the third because I don't want to see too much Fiendsmith. Also don't want to lose too badly to Droll. But this card, I think it's necessary. I play Aerial Eater in the side.
Yeah.
And one Fiendsmith is full combo.
Full Memento combo.
Full Memento combo with Aerial Eater. And I don't know how, it's always like you'll play normal Memento because I usually save this for the last push.
Yeah.
So you play normal Memento and then they'll hand trap you 2-3 times and then you go cool, activate Engraver, and then you continue from where you left off. It just, yeah.
So that's, I guess, the advantage of playing the Fiendsmith package over Pure or the Goblin Biker package that some people are playing to out the Ryziel stuff.
Yeah, people argue that it doesn't really work because it just raises the ceiling of the deck.
Yeah.
But I think, additionally to raising the ceiling of the deck, it raises the floor because having these cards, literally, if they imperm and ash the witch and the horse. If you're playing pure, you're cooked if you don't have the fusion. But if you're playing Fiendsmith, it's at least a Desiree. So I think it's very, very necessary.
That's true. The Desiree also helps with the board breaking problems.
Yeah. Desiree is very, very important. Then we play, for non-engine, we play 3 Fuaros.
The 3 mentioned hand traps?
Yeah. So it's the only 3 hand traps in my entire deck.
The only 3 you need?
The only 3 you need. I didn't want to main deck Droll because I thought besides Mitsurai,
Yeah.
it's not really great. And when Mitsurai lead prayers in draw phase while you have Droll in your hand,
It does nothing.
you feel not great. So I just thought, Fualos, if they have the Ash, they have the Ash. I use the card from their hand.
Yeah.
But if they don't have the Ash, I'm drawing into engine and losing the game.
Yeah, they either make a half board, which just opens them up to be OTK'd, or they allow you to get all the pieces you need to break their board.
This deck with 5 engine pieces can break any board. So just seeing more names, more fusions, more dodge spells, you just want to get everything in rotations. This card is very necessary. Then we have my favorite card in the deck, Forbidden Droplet.
Best card in the game.
This is the best card. This is the most versatile card in the game. This card is broken. If you play against Mitsurai, you let them do whatever they want on your turn and detonates a pop. But then when they Murakumo bring back to nuke the board, you droplet them. Then that stops their turn. Then you do the combined creation thing where you just OTK through all their monsters. This card, you see this card, usually you win the game. You don't really because you play so many normal summons, you have cards to send. Chaining it to Grand Breakout, to Bone Party, this card is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Probably the spiciest tech, I guess, in my deck. Shout out to the boys. I played Book of Eclipse. So this was basically over Droll.
Yeah.
This was a hot take. This card is only bad into branded, and it's only bad going second into malice.
Yeah, that actually it makes a lot of sense, and I guess it is a card that helps you break the Ryziel board. So in a sense, you call it a hot take, but it makes a lot of sense to play this over something as a draw, which will guarantee you get you something, or at least better interaction.
Yeah, the thing with the draw is shout out to two of the Holy Trinity, the last two cards in the main deck. People were playing a lot of this and cross out. So if I drawled and they called by or crossed out my draw or talents me, I'm just going neg. I'm losing the game. So I wanted a card that gave me the initiative to break boards. This card, it forces out Omnis, it forces out Ashes. In Mitsu Rai, if they don't have an out to it, if they don't have Eclipse Twins attached to the detonator, it turns off the field spell, it turns off the detonator, and it turns off, then you just worry about the Murakumo. But you don't care about your board getting blown up once because you're playing Memento.
Yeah.
It's enabling your combos.
And you don't care about giving your opponent advantage either with the Eclipse, because there's no next turn.
There is no next turn. I was playing like that. If sometimes if you get Fualos going second, you just have to take the Charmy challenge and kill them, because you have to put it on them to draw the Nibiru, to draw the out. But if they don't, you will kill them with this deck. Like, there is no turn 3. There's no turn 4. You die. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the main. It's 42 cards in the main.
Yeah. I think that's a normal number now for a lot of decks that are playing piles or multiple engines. They just go 42.
Yeah, I would, I don't know if I'd change anything per se. It felt really nice. The only games I lost were when I didn't see enough momentum in games. So maybe the argument is to play even more mementos. For the extra,
Yeah.
we got 1 twin and 2 king.
Yeah, I think that's more or less standard these days, because Cashier I don't see much play.
Yeah, Cashier I don't see much play. Usually, people don't know how to play against this deck. They rip this, which can complicate things, but it's pretty incorrect. There's no good Cashier rip in this deck besides if you rip both of these.
Yeah.
But these cards are broken. This to clear boards. This to get you basically Handtraps with Goblin and Mace.
Yeah.
To get you an extra body with the Reborn. It sets up proxy F plays. This card is really good.
Yeah, it is incredible. I think you also mentioned that that if your opponent rips both the Creation Kings, it's a problem. But again, that's an advantage of playing no Handtraps, because they're not getting the double rip.
Exactly. They have to do it on Fualos. And then if you open the Eclipse, it doesn't matter anywhere. Right?
Yeah,
these cards are great. The multiple pop on this, the Banish from Grave come up all the time. Sometimes you just want to pop your cards to clear your board for your combined. Very great utility. I usually use this to clear back row, because besides the blade, there's no other way I can clear face down cards.
Yeah.
So this cleans up board states, and then you just go for game with this and the combined.
Not to mention, if you play in the mirror, you can steal your opponent's monsters and use them to destroy the other monsters.
Yeah. You can you can apparently do that too.
I hear there's a live stream on that, huh?
Then we play the Fiendsmith engine.
Yeah.
It's Fiendsmith.
It's Fiendsmith. There's nothing to say. We spent a year on Fiendsmith. We don't need to spend another 5 minutes on it.
Then we got Aerial Eater, Baphomet, and Necrocook. This card comes up all the time. When you first start playing Memento, you think it's the most castable card. And then when you start playing Memento, you realize that this card is so necessary. It also makes sequence better, because you can shuffle back a Fiend and a Beast, and then you can send a Fiend, Beast, or Illusion from deck to graveyard. It comes up so often. Maybe you just need an extra name in grave. It's a Fiend to make the Desiree. When you banish it in your opponent's turn, it brings back the King. This card is great. This you need for the 1 card engraver combo, but it's so good. Sometimes you just want to fool you something. It's also a level 6 Fiend. Sometimes you overlay these two on top of each other, which is actually a wild thing. and then you can, when you detach, you can rebond the engraver so that you don't really lose any engravers. This deck plays really well into each other. The fusions really they converge nicely. They support each other well. Yeah, this card is broken.
Yeah.
And then Necroquip, again the Fiendsmith engine. Something I found out I could do because I play. Let me show you. I play Cross Sheep and Proxy F. This SP obviously it's great. It comes up all the time in this deck. You want to beat Nib. You want to, like I said earlier, you want to clear up the board states. It's another way to remove back row. SP says you can't attack directly, so it turns off the Akihiron play. What if they have 5 monsters on field?
Guess who's doing piercing for lethal?
Who guesses doing piercing for lethal?
Yeah.
Proxy F didn't come up, but it's very necessary for the Baphomet play. It also is a free extender because it summons a monster with 1,000 or less attack from your hand if a monster is fusion summon. Proxy F. It's good for the Baphomet play because you summon a beast and a fiend and you make Baphomet with this. And if you fusion summon to a zone, it points to. It's a free extender because it summons a monster with 1,000 or less attack from your hand. So you'll summon a Lurry for full Fiendsmith plays. You'll summon Mace to continue your combo. You summon Goblin. Free extenders is pretty cool. Crush Sheep is necessary for the Aerial Eater play, but it's also very necessary in the deck because I found out this line that you could do. If you have Engraver, Lacrima, and any beast engrave, you make this. You shuffle back to summon the Baphomet. You send the Goblin.
Yeah.
Then you link these two into Cross Sheep.
It's over there.
Into Cross Sheep. And then you'll have the Engraver engrave. So you bring back the Engraver, you attach the Requiem, and then you make Necroquip here, and then you bring back the Goblin, and you have full combo.
That's wild.
And then you can make this into SP, so it also protects you from Nibiru while going full combo. So yeah, the deck plays very well into itself. That's the extra. For the side is fairly straightforward. We hate Malice. Please ban Malice. Thank you, Konami. Play 3 Ashes for going first. It's the easiest side. You don't want to get Charmed, double Charmed. So you just swap them in and out for the foils. It's like a straight swap.
Yeah, there's no point in the game where Ash is bad.
Yeah. So it's I didn't want to play into Handtraps, but it is always going first.
Yeah.
3 Droll. When you know you're going up into Mitsurai, you kind of need the Droll for going second. But if they don't know what you're playing, then you're kind of fine. But yeah, very necessary in the format. It's still not cuttable.
You just want to play it against the right matchups.
Yeah, and then Droll 2. This card, every time I resolved it today, yesterday it won.
It's it's basically like Featherstorm, but for like normal people.
Yeah, it's so good. You can play around it uninhibited because Bond Party special summons. You don't need to add. You can just send with Goblin. This card is so good. I chained it to so many people's on summon effects, to Anguish effect to summon, to X effect to search, to Sword effect to search. You chain this to the card and you see the life leave your opponent's eyes because they realize that they're screwed.
And that's also the best way to use it. You want to chain it to one of your opponent's cards so that you actually get more advantage out of the card instead of just going -1 to skip the turn.
Yeah, and because you're going first, you only put this in going first.
Yeah.
You're afraid of board breakers like Lightning Storm and such. So it's good into Lightning Storm because you just flip it and then they're under Droll.
Yeah.
Droll's good. It would be better if you couldn't search at all, obviously. So this is better Droll going first.
It's 100% better draw.
It catches a lot of people off guard. And then back row hits, game simplifiers. Actually, this card, it has a special text where it says this card forces your opponent to use the effect of Fiendsmith Desiree. Yeah. That's the side. Yeah.
So yeah. Do you have any final words, Tristan?
Just a couple of shout-outs. Shout-outs to my family.
Yeah.
Much love. Shout out to the boys. Thanks for the support. Thanks for coming out. Shout out for Niven. Shout out to all the support from everyone, to everyone that gave me support during the day. And yeah, I had a great time. This deck is
Freaking
so fun.
killed it out there.
This deck is so fun to play with. Maybe not so fun to play against, but playing into boards, you have a great time. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time.